pass bill is going to pass the Senate. It's going to pass the Senate with strong bipartisan votes. There are important provisions in the NDAA that I support, that I'm sure Senator Cantwell supports. But this provision, which was airdropped in at the last minute, has the support of nobody, and it is indefensible. And so in my view, we should strip it out. And the House, it would require the House to pass it again, but that's a fairly easy thing. They had over 300 votes the first time to pass it, so they would easily pass it again, and we could put it on the president's desk by the end of the week.
I think it begs a larger question. How is it that we're in this situation to begin with? How did we have Route 4 and military helicopters on the same flight path, or at least the ability to be within a few hundred feet of each other? And how is it that when a rule was written saying everybody had to have this kind of broadcast system so planes could know where they were, the military asked for a rare exemption from it, which I don't even know if I would have granted that, not in the same corridor as the Route 4. No, I would personally, no, I would not be saying that helicopters and planes should be within 300 feet of each other, ever, period. Why? Like, it's just too much to pull off. It's just too much to pull off. So why wasn't that corrected? Why didn't people catch that? And then when they used it all the time, you know, we had an infamous letter dropped off at my office that kind of let the cat out of the bag. That was from a whistleblower from the region who had sent a letter to Eleanor Holmes Norton asking the military, I think it was 2 or 3 summers ago, asked the military what was their use of it, and the military wrote back in the letter to Eleanor Holmes Norton, we use it this way all the time, meaning we never tell people where we are. And so that was like a huge wake-up call for us. We had no idea that kind of route and that kind of proximity even existed, but then to find out that apparently the military, even though it testified before the FAA in a rulemaking that it was going to be very rarely used, basically changed their mind and was doing it that way all the time, 100% of the time. So this system, it's got to get tightened up. It's just, we need, as you can see from this most recent incident that Senator Cruz mentioned at the beginning of his remarks, I don't know exactly what's happened, but I know this, it's not acceptable. So you either have different corridors that commercial flights aren't flying in, but you don't have corridors where military aircraft and planes are flying and then not letting each other know that they're in that space. We just can't have that. So we just had an incident over the weekend. So what are we doing to get a better system so that the flying public feels safe about this situation and pilots aren't surprised, because clearly the JetBlue pilot was very surprised.